Morning.
I like getting notifications on my own channel. Makes me feel good. So people are watching the YouTubes.
That's great.
I think like there's been like some organic views this last few weeks where I was like, somebody's watching kind of a lot of these. You know what I mean?
It's great.
Or at least
it's
like
up to them. Thanks for watching.
yeah. I don't know who's doing it, but I haven't checked analytics. The thing is I realized that like I can't. The way that we're doing this, it doesn't make sense for me to like look at the analytics every week. You know what I mean?
Never does.
Yeah, it's just like, you know what? Let it go. We're doing our thing. We're doing our thing. Just let our thing go. Let it happen, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let your thing be thing, man. Let it be, man. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Let's see. See if we got our regulars in. Oh, Keeb is in. All right. So today we're actually going to do a little bit of Photoshop, but not a whole lot. Only in the case that I'm going to do some really gross replacements of textures and stuff. So just to run it down from the top, I'm going to do a little bit of asset store shopping.
Cool.
But I already know what I want, so I'm just going to walk you through my thought process in why I got the asset that I got. Then we're gonna open it up, see what they've got, explore it a little bit, and then I'm gonna pick someone who fits the criteria that I'm kind of looking for, and then we're gonna start adapting it for our blind samurai.
Got it.
So let's go do that. Let's drop that in a Keynote first. Okay, you got to define what you want in the asset store before you go browsing. You'll get lost. Like I get stuck in there. Right? I'm like, ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I could make this, or I could make that, or like, oh, there's a kit here. Like I get so excited about different stuff. So before you go looking,
write your grocery list.
Yeah, you got to write your grocery list before you like stoner shop. You know, you're like that looks tasty. I want that. I want that too. So you have to go in very pointed and know what you're going for. I always shop in browser just because I can do stuff like here. Hold on one second. Like here, let's go to the asset store. I mean, I've shown this before, but I do it. Actually, I'm going to put that as a tip. Shop in a browser, not in Unity, because their interface sucks. Straight up.
Yeah, you can open up multiple tabs.
I can open up multiple tabs. I can look at stuff, and I can go, okay, let's go to 3D models. Let's find a character, and then I could say, oh, humanoids. Open that in the new tab, right? Environments, etc. And you can't do that in the editor. Like you get stuck on like a single stream, which is great when you know exactly what you're looking for. So, you know, while I'm browsing, I stay in the browser. And when I know exactly what I'm looking for, I switch over, like open in Unity, and then I go straight to it and buy it, and then I close it again, right? So the other thing you can do is you can do, the sorting works better here, and you can do easier sort of search parameters and stuff. But let's go sort of define what we're looking for. So what are we looking for today? Let's see. What are the things that are going to define what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for the right proportion of blind. I'll just blind samurai, right? I'm looking also for generic modeling details if I can't find a samurai or like a match. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not going to find exactly the character I'm looking for. I'm going to have to find something that's kind of close. But the one thing I don't want is like I don't want a race car driver model because he's got a race car helmet on, right?
It's too specific.
Well, it is very specific, but it's like the silhouette is right, but the details on the face, there's no face details, right? Because he's got a helmet on. So I won't be able to adjust that. I could make a great Racer X or like a Speed Racer adaptation or something like that, or like something from like Kill Bill. Do you see what I'm saying? Like there are different things. Like I'm paying attention to the geometry to get what I'm looking for, right? And I won't be able to find a match, but I want to pay attention to the model, and actually just the model details. And then also I'm looking for price, right? I want to find the cheapest value option. Now value, the reason I say value is because there might be a free option, but it doesn't come with any animations or variety. But I might find something kind of cheap that has a lot of variety and some animations, and you know what I mean. So like you have to do a little bit of value shopping. So how much?
These are life lessons you're teaching right now.
These are just shopping life lessons, right? Am I getting? Oh, that I need. Okay, you have to be careful about this. This is the thing. It's like you can get distracted because you're like, oh my god, that has so many like options. I want this $50 pack, right? And you don't need 90% of what's in it right now. You want one model, so you have to do that value like calculation when you're doing it. It's like, what do I really need right now? I just need a guy that does X, Y, and Z, and I might look into the future a little bit and look at the animations, but like don't get sucked in by stuff you don't need right now, right? Or even for this project, right? You really have to do like unless you specifically plan for a future project, but it's like you can always go back to the store. The store is there, right? So let's go to the store and take a look. So for me, I was looking for the criteria I'm looking for. Actually, then let's do another one of these. Duplicate this. Blind samurai model details, right? So based on the different studies that I've done looking at characters, I want somebody around 3 heads tall. Now, do you know what that means?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go to the whiteboard just to do a quick illustration of what 3 heads tall means as far as proportions go. Just because I don't think people won't necessarily know, right?
I thought you did this in the...
Did I?
You showed us in Unity.
Okay, well, I want somebody who's 3 heads tall.
Do it here though, so they have it on the whiteboard. But I'm just saying, I think you have. I mean, it's good to know.
Let's do this. Oh, why is it white text? Why nothing work? Okay. No. Head. Let's give him a nice curvy body, right? And actually, this will help us in shopping as well because I'm going to kind of draw him in silhouette, right? And then here, watch this. Duplicate. And that'll do. I just care about the proportions, and it might be that this doesn't mean. So 3 heads tall doesn't necessarily mean that he is. Let's do this. Right. Proportional like this, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, right? It could mean that he is, hold on one second, let's see if we can find the right thing. There we go. That's the full size, and then what I'm looking for is that if we cut this into thirds, based on the head, right, is that the head shape or the head size is determining that he's about 3 heads tall. My lines are a little bit off, but you get the idea. It's a whiteboard, dude. All right.
Oh, this is good diagram.
I'm going to group these so that I can adjust them at the same time. It could mean that he's got... No. Why nothing work? It could mean that he has legs that are shorter, right?
Because he might be sitting, right?
Well, no, just even like he just might have a long torso, right? Like you've seen this, a good example of this is like Totoro, right? He has super long, big torso, short legs, and short arms. Or like Big Hero 6, right? Betamax has he's got to be 6 heads tall, but his torso is 4 of those heads, right?
I haven't seen that movie.
Oh, you haven't? Here,
is it awesome?
I enjoyed it. It's cute.
A lot of people said it's awesome.
I really enjoyed it. I
did just see Straight Outta Compton.
Oh, did you? How was that? Did you like it?
Fucking awesome, man. Fucking awesome. Betamax.
Yeah, wrong Betamax.
I think it's B-Max or something different. Yeah, Baymax.
Oh, Baymax. Sorry. Why did I think Betamax? So let's pull Big Hero 6 in. Let's copy this image. Right. So as an example, but you see he's actually got very strange proportions, right? Where his head is that, right?
Mm-hmm.
He ends up being something like 6 or 7 heads tall, or more than that, actually, 7 or 8. Right? I'm going to lose some here in white space.
You're good in Keynote, Chris.
I'm fast. I'm fast, dude. I've got...
Around these parts, people call me Mr. Cross.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes Jim Tarver.
Wow, that's pretty... These are good examples here.
Right, so... but you see that his legs are something like... I know I'm off a little bit, but...
it's not much, though, man. It's good. Don't sweat it.
Right, it's well, here, I'll move it up. We'll do one more. Right, if we scrunch that white space, it'll probably be about 8 heads tall, right? Because his head is so scrunchy. But look how long his arms are and his body versus his thing. So what this does actually is gives him a very cute toddler look, right? And if you really wanted a toddler look, and here I'm gonna bring one more for you, and you'll get this one. Part of the reason I picked about 3 heads tall is this is extremely intentional. That Mario in Super Mario 64, is about somewhere around 3 to 4 heads tall. He's mostly about 3 heads tall. Let's see if I can find a good height for him. Right, there we go. Let's get this one because he's standing static and not. In
my opinion, he's the epitome of a character model.
He is, but he runs. So some of the things in Mario are very intentional. Is that he's built like a toddler, right? And when he runs, you'll notice that he runs with his arms out like he's having fun, right? And that's very much based on a kid's thing, and that's meant for you to identify with him in a positive way, right? But you'll notice his head is about one part, his body is one, and his leg is the other length, right?
Very proportionate.
Very proportionate as far as he's about 3 heads tall. He's got a huge head, just like toddlers do, right? But that's what you're going to identify with, is his face and his big mustache.
He's exaggerated.
Right.
He's a cartoon character.
Right. And those are the details that make him look like he look like an adult.
He does kind of run like this.
Yeah, he runs with his arms out, right? And he has...
He always did, too.
He does when he starts going fast, right? But when you're just running around the world, he steers like a boat. His head goes first, and he's like, "Woo, yee, aha!" Right? Like he's got that thing going, right? So
Yeah.
Doom emo. What? Keeb's got a Doom thing. Oh, I forgot to say let's get jittery this morning. What are we doing?
I don't know.
We're getting jittery with it. That's what we're doing. So anyway, this is what I'm going for. Is I'm going for something like Mario, right? 3 heads tall. I will actually have him come over here. We'll replace our bit there and do that. And the next one being something like, well, here, let's look at this. Let's grab a check out. This is actually, you'll see that there's a common pattern going on here, that Mr. Magoo is also about 3 heads tall.
Yeah.
Right? Hold on, we're going to image.
Very similar character shape.
Absolutely. Right? Let me pull this in a little bit. So Mr. Magoo is about 3 heads tall, right? The other influence for this is going to be, oh shit, hold on, I lost my chat board. Is caffeine nicotine.
Yes.
Right? This is somebody's fan art. Let's go for, is that fan art as well? Let's take this one, because this is much more of the style. Right? Let's take all of these. So there's our prototypical 3 head tall guys, and this becomes my art board, right? And make the picture about the same height, drop it in the middle. Let's edit this thing out because it's not important. Okay, and then just for reference, right, we can see he's a little bit, I need to adjust the picture some so that he matches. We can see that he's also about 3 heads tall, right? Mm-hmm. And he's much more along our lines. But the 3 heads also includes this huge hat that he's got, and these little like stringy feet with his tabby socks and his arms and stuff. So somewhere in between these two, he's got what's interesting. Like he's not Blind Samurai is not going to have these features because caffeine nicotine is a monk, right? Which is why he's got the big earlobes and the bushy eyebrows. Mm-hmm. So we'll lose some of that. Big earlobes are supposed to indicate prosperity and like positive. It has a positive connotation.
Or is that just the way that they drew them?
No, like they're heavy with good. Like that's a natural thing. Like they're big for some reason. So it's exaggerated in this, but
right.
It's like reading a palm, right? You're like, oh, you've got big earlobes. I don't think anybody does that anymore, but
it's a pretty tiny earlobes. I'm a little concerned about that, but it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just means I don't even know what the hell it means or what the genetic indicator is. Anyway, so we're looking for something that kind of fits this pattern, but also in a way that I don't want as much detail as Mr. Magoo, but maybe kind of like Mario, where you can just get the idea. And something kind of editable. So let's go onto the asset store and check this out. Asset store, 3D models, characters. I'm cheesing a little bit because I know. So like, even just looking at the thumbnails, you're like, oh, okay, well that's not right. But this looks like he's 3 heads tall. He's kind of toony, but it's a rabbit. Mm-hmm. Do we want a toon guy? I don't know, but he's in the toon category. Right? Maybe let's open up a new tab with that. Let's go to humanoids since that's kind of what I want. But you'll see that once I go to the humanoids category, it's almost all semi-realistic stuff, except for look at this animated knight guy. He's kind of about right. Well, let's take a look at him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm like, I don't know. I like the modeling style of like the sort of like pin legs. I'm not into. I kind of want some feet, right?
Yeah.
Like I like he's interesting, but I think he's not meant to be seen with the details I want. And his arms are tiny too, so I kind of want something a little bit bigger. It is nice though that he comes with some built-in motions and a slime monster, right?
Yeah.
But you know, this is Franklin Bully Slayer. Let's look at this guy. What's this? Oh, so this is an interesting take on that, right? He's like a semi-real, forehead tall kind of a guy.
I like this guy.
There's something neat about him. Let's see what he's got. I don't need the sunglasses, but looks like Sketchfab's not working in my browser. Sketchfab's cool. It lets you like look at the actual 3D model.
It's awesome.
We'll get that later. But you know what? I'm gonna add this to my wish list, and we'll check it out. Animated? No. $15. You're really just paying for the model. Now,
Right.
This is a high quality model. I actually feel like it's going to be a little bit harder to adapt to what I need. Like $15 isn't going to save me much time unless I want something pretty close to this.
Gotcha.
Right? So I'm going to save it for later. Who knows? Maybe I'll like it for something else. Maybe he shows up in Dumpster Baby. Right?
There you go. It was a very cool model, though, overall.
Yeah. So let's start to narrow things down. We'll go to price. I will sort by price. So free will show up at the top. And you'll see free actually goes pretty far. There's a lot of free assets. Soldiers, no. Zombies. We already looked at Animated Knight. Sporty Girl.
Relaxed Man.
Yeah. That's not working. Let's try looking for Samurai.
Did you see that Relaxed Man one?
No. What did I miss?
At the bottom left.
Relaxed man character. Let's take a look.
It's a little bit tall and lanky for you, I think.
Yeah, I agree. And I think he's a little bit... He's doing weird things with his fingers.
I think it's one of those real wiry ones, like from those physics-based...
Yeah. Like he's got some crazy mocap going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know who runs like this? Steven Seagal. Watch his old movies. He's got a hand going like this when he's running.
Just make a hard-to-kill game.
Yeah. Screwface! All right.
I missed. I never miss.
Yeah.
It must be smaller than I thought.
Yeah. So doing a generic search for samurai comes back with all kinds of crazy stuff, but generally... Oh, Kazama the Ronin. Let's take a look at him. You're going to get a lot of more realistic stuff because people start making samurai and they start going for like the real sort of powerful characters, right? And Blind Samurai in this game is much farther down. Like he's older and he's in his
He's Yoda.
yeah, and like he's past his prime, so we don't want a samurai slasher game, right? We do want some of those animes at some point, but I don't know that I want to do it this way. So I'm going to cheat a little bit and let's go to the Toon tab. What's in the Toon tab? Toon tab is more likely to have my 3-head tall guys, right? Like Cartoon Guy's not 3 heads tall, but let's look at him because he's probably, he's got a more simple modeling style. His face is articulate, right? It looks like he's probably got maybe some facial animations, maybe not. Look at that. Not too many polys. If I wanted to drop this into Cheetah, I could make him 3 heads tall, but then I'd really be at the point where I'd be kind of modeling it myself, right? Mm-hmm. Not saving me a whole ton of time. Let's do price again. Tai Chi character pack. I know what these are. They're too tall. Toon Elf character is actually the right proportions, wrong gender. Right? Feet too small.
Really cool models, though.
It's a cool model.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to make a game. Oh, Medieval 2 character. Not quite right. But right proportions. Too simplistic of a style, right? Anyway, let's get to... I did pull this one, by the way. This is actually what I'm going to base Dumpster Baby off of.
Cool.
Right? So I pulled that one for Dumpster Baby. We have to get back to Dumpster Baby pretty soon just to take a break. Toon Shooter character looks almost interesting. Oh, nope, he's taller, but it's like the TF2 pack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what we came down to is I started looking through this Toon stuff, and there's some interesting things, but I was like, I'm not going to find one for free. These guys look interesting. Look at that one. These Smoot characters are sort of an interesting style. I'll show you this one too. And then,
Lens.
but it's like a style, right? So like, if I went with that, I would commit to it. Let's see. Next is a
farmer.
Oh, say what?
It's just.
Did I miss one? What did I miss?
No, you didn't miss anything. Micro farmer was the one I said, but I don't. Or woodcutter.
Yeah, let's take a look at him. Oh, that's interesting. I would have to... One of the details I want to get to, though, is... I don't think I want a bare-chested guy, because he's going to have models to... He's modeled a little bit to look like he has muscles. Do you know what I mean? And like if I just paint it over to make it look like clothes, it might look too young for our guy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it's a little less like generic cartoony. Oh, Micro Farmer, I see what you're saying. Oh, this wasn't on last time I saw. Hey! This is not too bad. So the defining difference here for me is going to be whether or not that hat is removable.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think it is, but I am going to drop this guy into... he's not bad. I wish his feet were a little bit bigger, but we can do that. I'm going to add him to the wish list, because I might... When we come back to a final character, we'll go for it. So this guy... This is kind of close to what I'm looking for. They're super generic, right? And a super generic head shape. And I've got a few of these. This is already on my wish list, by the way. But do they have Adams?
Yeah, Mechanum.
100 plus bonus Mechanum animations. Check that out. Say what?
What's Mechanum?
Mechanum is the internal animation tool. I will hold on to these because I might actually come back and use these because like something between Santa Claus and because Santa Claus has got a beard. I haven't decided whether we need a beard or not yet. Might be interesting, right? But this guy right here, see this guy in the with the green belt?
Yep.
That's kind of right up our alley, right?
Totally.
And there's a ninja
Santa
here.
Who looks blind in a weird way.
Yeah, right. Oh, lots of mummies. Oh, he's got some death animals.
Cool.
Well, we got a Yeti in there we can use. Right? So not too bad. I'm going to hold on to that. It's already on my wish list. Let's look at these Smoot characters. This guy is interesting. He actually has a whole slew of Smoot products. We could do a Smoot World game, but like he's got a whole thing. But I don't think that this style is appropriate for this game. I think it's a little bit specific, right? So let's ditch him. Kazama, the Ronin. Too tall. I like the look, though.
Yeah, very cool look.
Ditch. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to go straight to the one that we're going to use today, which is Lenzo Character Pack. So these guys are pretty generic looking. We've got some hats, we've got some ball guys, we've got a helmet. We have some hair in case we want to do some hair things, but there's also variation in hats. We got a police guy, there's a construction guy over here, right? So like based off of this, I could make, there's a soldier. I can make almost any character I want that's kind of humanoid, right? It's got a few animations, but I'm not too concerned with that right now. Actually, I took one of these guys and made him into a beaver.
Into a beaver?
Yeah, I gave him a beaver mouth. So it's like a beaver boy.
So you can change him around quite a bit.
You could. So here, I'll show you this thing. So I've got this.
Awesome.
Let's open this in Unity. And we'll after this, we can actually go do, if I feel like playing around with this other pack, right? This one, this Toon Character Pack.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the difference was? This one's $20 and the other one was 10.
Yeah.
I don't.
Big sir.
It can be, right? And then 100 plus bonus mechanism animations, though. $10 gets you, you know, because there's 17 in the other one. If I think that's been added a little bit, or else I probably would have bought this one. But let's eat what we catch. I've already spent money on this. Let's go just get it in. Because right now, I just want a character that I can use for to start setting this scene in a 3D way, right? So here's a blank scene. I'm calling this character tests. Anytime I pull characters now, I'm going to pull them into here so that I can keep a clean project. So that anything that I bring out of the other one doesn't fiddle with my Blind Samurai setup. Let's go to my purchased items. Open up. Search for Lenzo. Let's import this. And then let's see what we got. Alright, let's bring all that in, because we want to browse through it, see what pieces work for what. How was everybody's, did you have a good Labor Day?
I got way too drunk and stuff, man.
Way too drunk and stuff.
Yeah.
Ate too many hot dogs?
It was a tough one to come back to on Tuesday morning for work.
Tuesday was a rough day in the world.
Yeah.
Just in general, I think a lot of people may have had overdone it at their barbecues. I even noticed it just driving down the road. I was like, wow, man, people are just really not quite on the ball right now. Okay, so we got our Lenzo character pack. Let's close down the asset store. Open this up. Oh, he's got a scenes folder. Let's open this. Let's look at the all character scene. And browse around. Oh, okay, there we can see all of our guys. I've got a cop. Spaceman Spiff over here. Cop. Looks like a news reporter guy. That's the one I turned into a beaver. Zombie version. We've got a ninja. We've got a luchador. Mexican wrestling mask guys. Oh, we've got two. We can have a fight. We got a construction guy. Another racer / space guy. Soldier guy. Generic soldier guy. Doctor. So let's pick who we're gonna base Blind Samurai on. So one, I like the fact that we have a ninja, because part of the design is ninjas will pop out of the bushes, right? So we've already got one character kind of set, as long as we go with this style. So we need somebody with a face. That's a lot of these guys. No sunglasses, unless we go with the like an anachronistic blind guy with sunglasses, right? And I don't really want hair detail right now. I was actually thinking about making him bald.
Yeah.
But why don't we use kind of we'll use the ninja. Let's go look at the models, because I want to see if that's just texture that makes his mask. I think it is. Or if that's actually modeled in, right? Okay, let's separate out the ninja. So let's do actually let's play this scene and see what happens. I bet you they're all going to animate. Woo! Let's show off our animations. Game maximize.
That's adorable.
Yeah, they're cute, right? Can I move around? Can I move around? Can I do something here? No? No camera control? Oh, sad cop, right? So yeah, you can see, like, once they start moving, that extra sort of tall, loppy head should give us some interesting character motions, right? Race car driver, doctor. Oh man, somebody's beating up on the doctor. Look what's happening to him. The doctor's getting mugged over here. Bam, bam, oh! Oh, you kids! Anyway, alright. Kill that. Turn this off. Let's look at the animations. Oh, there's a bunch of animations in here. All right, let's start a new scene. Let's see. And we will go to prefabs. Pull in the Ninja prefab. Right. He should be playing a whole set of. He's got 2 clips that he's going to rotate through. Okay. I actually am going to strip that stuff out for now. So, but let's look at the pieces. He's got a mesh. Okay, there's his Ninja material. He's using this Ninja. What texture is this? That's his texture, right? So let's. I'm going to show you this in Finder, and we're going to go do a couple of. So it's a PNG file, right?
Bring it into Photoshop?
Yep, we're going to open with Photoshop.
That's awesome, dude.
Take it into Photoshop, right?
So quick.
Now I've got it open in Photoshop. And let's do something like, just real quick, I'm going to do some really sloppy, you know what? It occurs to me, I don't want to start with the Ninja for Blind Samurai, but let's do this instead. Because I replacing all of his, even though it seems like a blank canvas with the sort of black texture, looking at that texture is going to be hard for me to separate out what all the pieces are because it's all sort of like the same color, right? So let's actually do, I want somebody with some skin tone. Worker, don't want the worker. Which, lawyer? Was it the lawyer? Who has, let's go back and look at the scene, our browsers. You don't save. Alright, I like the Ninja because he was bald, right? Like he's got that shape. But I don't like the fact that his starting texture is black. That's going to be harder for us to deal with right now. Let's go to, let's pull the doctor in. Okay. New scene. Because then I think I'll be able to show you, just for the purposes of the show, I'll be able to show you what's going on with him a little easier on screen since he's got a white outfit, right? And he's got some skin tone here. So let's open up this prefab, look at it. There's his mesh. Here's his material. Pick his material. It shows me where it is in the hierarchy. It's in our textures, right? And it's called Dr. High. Right click, reveal in Finder, as opposed to in Windows it would be reveal in Explorer or something like that, or find in Explorer. And then let's open with, yeah, bring it, come on. Okay, Photoshop. There we go. So now let me explain how this works. So you notice everything kind of looks funky, right? Is these materials are like, it's as if you cut open a piñata and stretched it out, right? And so basically you took all the textures and folded them up. And what the model, how the program works is it wraps this around like
it's a texture.
Yeah.
Texture map.
But it like on a per poly basis. So if we actually, there's a view of this that we can find at some point where each one of these would be mapped to what the model looks like. Keeb, do you have a? Do you want to chime in on this? Yeah, it was too hot, Joshua Chu. It is still too hot. Okay, let's look at caffeine nicotine. All right, well, it's got kind of a baggy look, but I think we can ditch that. It's kind of like a gi top, Hakama kind of a thing. So let's start to cut up our Photoshop file. This looks like left side. This is his hand. You know, when in doubt, and I'm going to do this, watch this action, we're going to put a new Photoshop layer on, right? And I am going to put, this is how you can find things out really quickly. Let's get a brush. Let's do, green is great. Let's do like a really nasty green. I'm going to make the brush size really big so that we can see what it is. And I'm going to mark this. so that I know where that shows up on the model. Then I'm going to also do, let's pick another color, right? The face is obvious, the hair is obvious, right? But let's pick red, something obnoxious, right? And then I want to know which, this might be front, and in fact I'm going to take it from left to right on there so that I know where it stretches. And then I'm also going to do this one because I think this is back. Like, I'm looking at it, I think that this, my theory is that this vertical line that I just put here is going to show up on his side, right? Because here's, we can see his right collar, and then we can see sort of like the back of his head, or the back of his neck here. But I think it might be using that same thing and flipping it. I'm not sure, because I can't find the left side of his body, right? Like, it might be over here. Let's see. And then I'm not sure what this is. Let's zoom in on that. Why is that? Oh, okay. I think this is, that's his shoe, right? Let's do this. Pick this nasty purple color. No, 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 no. There's our purple color. And I wouldn't do this on my own stuff necessarily, but because we borrowed this from somewhere, Control A, let's do, I am going to, hold on, we're going to go to Finder, right? See this Dr. High PNG? I'm going to duplicate it so that we're not, I've always got a copy of the original, right? Because I'm about to mess it up. Right? So now I'm going to go to Photoshop. I want the last thing that I did to be, actually, let's do this. I'm going to save for web and devices. Original, that's fine, 1024 by 1024. Not changing any of that stuff. BS test. Okay, then let's go to Unity. Let's find our Kid9 mesh. This should show up as in here, right? So let's take the mesh. We will reassign this to BS test mesh. Okay, there we go. So you can see that green turned into his fist. Red, see, there's my vertical line. But notice how skinny it got, right? Okay, that other one is his legs. And then, where's my purple mark?
On the bottom of the foot.
Bottom of the foot. There we go, bottom of the foot. There should be one more purple mark that I can't find.
One more. You only did two.
Yeah, but it might be hidden by the way. There's his feet. So he's mirroring the textures for this guy. Left side and right side are the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is okay. We can work with that. Right, exactly the same. I don't know where that other purple mark went, but I guess if I can't see it, it doesn't matter. It looked like a cuff or something, didn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. Maybe it was the laces. That's what that triple thing was.
The triple thing was the laces, yeah. So actually,
maybe it's under the leg.
I mean, let's go to Photoshop and we can actually compare.
Maybe if you put it on the lace itself in Photoshop, you'd be able to see it.
Yeah, well, it's not. The dot is the bottom of the foot, right? Oh, I think this one just got stretched at the seam.
Leg.
Yeah, I think it got turned into the corner of the seam. So now at least I know what all these bits and pieces are, right? I am going to get my marquee tool. We're going to select these purple dots. Sorry, make sure I'm on the correct layer. I'm going to select these purple dots and get rid of them, right? Let's select these markers, get rid of those. Although I was pretty accurate with where the middle was, right? Now I'm going to go to this layer. We're going to select this bit. We're going to paste it again, right, into its own layer. Zoom in on this a little bit.
Command J will do that for you in one move.
Command J?
Yeah, layer via copy.
Oh, really? Nice, dude. Thanks, man. Actually, please chime in with Photoshop stuff because everything that I've got going on is self-taught, right? So, hold on. Let's start eliminating the stuff around this guy because what I want to get to is just in here, and so I might wand it. It's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Oh, fuck it. Let's see if I can get a... Do you ever use the magnetic lasso tool?
I would use the magic brush over again.
Oh, yeah, I never use the magic brush just because, like, since my Photoshop skills are so old, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
see the magnetic lasso, it's way off. It works for me.
Where's the magic brush?
So open up the one that's right under the magnetic lasso, the one that looks like the...
Yep, the magic wand.
Quick selection tool.
Uh-huh.
And then just click in that white. You gotta make your brush bigger.
Oh, right. Oh, no, I got it.
And just click within that shape, that you want to cut out. There you go. You should be basically good, yeah.
Oh.
Now Command J. Hit Command J.
So much easier.
Now turn that one off.
So much easier. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Sorry, I do that all day. It's all I do is cut out shit from the internet.
Oh, really?
My Photoshop files.
Okay. Yeah, well, I end up... The thing is I usually do, like, layer masks because I don't care about precision sometimes. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I'll just layer mask it on and then fucking combine them and call it a day. Right? Depending.
It's nice when you're using monochromatic colors like this and it's just...
Yeah,
you can
totally.
Find the edges so easily.
Yeah, but putting a penis on a forehead, that's layer mask work. Making penicorns out of people's, like, Facebook pictures is not... Ninja Scroll! Yeah.
Are we turning this into his samurai-ish robe?
Yeah, so let's do a couple of... let's actually go to this other layer that I've got here. And do, like, a rough paint piece of where we kind of want stuff. And I think what we want to do is... let's give him a natural fiber sort of color for his gi, right? So maybe more yellow. A bit more this way. Let's just do that. But I think what we want to do is I just want to mark some areas, right? In fact, this time I might do the polygonal lasso tool where it's like, okay, I'll mark this. Is kind of where I want to go with the seam on this, right? And that'll do for now. And let's brush that in. And we'll take this one. Go over this way, and then I will use my magic brush tool again, my quick selector. That's awesome. It's fucking fantastic. Ah! Maca.
So if you want to minus it, whatever it grabbed that you don't want, hold Option, and then click on the thing that you don't want it, and then
it'll ditch it. Oh, you know what? I'm on the wrong layer. No wonder it's giving me random shit. Right. And then...
Option.
Oh, F you.
So make sure you're not grabbing any of that other side.
Yeah.
And then, isn't that on a different layer too, though, that yellow?
It is, so I can actually get a little sloppy here. Be precise there. And then you don't have to stay exactly within the lines on this, so I'm just going to, for the sake of speed, we're going to, would you say Control J? Okay, we'll paint over this one. And we'll do a, let's just do this. Here, do you want to see the old school way to do this? So it's a little lighter underneath this stuff, and then this is a. We're just gonna like a full replace on this, right? You can barely see that other yellow over this one. Here, watch this. Oh, where are you? Let's see here. Come on. Give it to me. Give it to me. Why is it... I see that there are edges on this shit. All I did was delete the opposite, right? Mm-hmm. It's nice to see that it gave me these funny edges, though. I didn't know that was in the texture. That's fine. It'll show up. So now, let's turn this back on. We've got this color. Yellow's not enough. Let's make it black with a yellow edge. So let's go to this one. Like, I don't think it's sort of dramatic enough. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to like a more brownish.
Yeah.
Almost. I'm not an artist, so I'm not going to try and fit into a color palette. You know what I mean? And for this, I don't really care because I just need to get it done. This extra selection line is bugging the shit out of me, though. Watch this. We'll do. Ooh. Got it. Okay. This one. Where's my brush? Let's just fill it. Okay. That'll give us a brown with a yellow piece. So let's try that color. I think let's turn this one off. Here's our stripe. Turn this back on. This is his arm, right? Let's pull that bad boy out. Actually, I'm going to turn these off so I don't get confused. Control D. Boom! And I'm going to start labeling these so I know what they are. No. Okay, let's turn this back off. Ooh.
I think you missed the arm.
I did, but this is his neck part, right? It's fine. Close enough for disco. I really don't want to. I don't need to be precise right now because I'm not gonna. We're not looking to make a final. It's very interesting that it gives me this sort of artifacting. That's fine. Let's get. I sort of always imagine him with. Let's give him a full sleeve. So let's just. We'll do a gross color replace here. Control D. That gives us a. Starts to give us a brownish outfit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's pull this one out. No. There we go. Oh, we happen to get a shoot too. We'll actually get to see where what part of the leg that is, because it'll change colors for us. So let's take this up as well. Let's do turn this back off so we can see it. Turn these off, and then okay.
I like that.
Like what?
Select all, select inverse.
Oh yeah, that's my fast way to get to. Once I have a clean shape.
It's super fast. Yeah, that's great call.
Yeah, I want the dead space, right? So your negative space, and then select inverse. I do a lot of like inverse stuff because you can.
That's why it's always good to have a good cutout of in a single element, and then you can do those fast moves because it'll read it right away.
Yeah, and so it's like a quick. It's just a fast way to get to stuff, right? So separating stuff on layers is freaking amazing. Okay. Oh, just for. So let's file, save for web and devices. This is fine. Save it. Blind Samurai Test. PNG. Save. It will tell me, do you want to replace it? Replace it. Let's go back to here. And let's see what we got. Okay.
Yes.
Right? Almost.
That's awesome.
We're almost there, right?
Captain Kirk.
It's Captain Kirk, yeah. So you notice where that yellow shape went, right? It went fully down to the crotch. So we have to keep that in mind when we're editing it, right? I think I would like to do something more like his like top ends here. So let's clean this up so it's a little bit less jumpsuity, right? Which is still kind of fun.
I don't know. It looks looks quite flattering, and
right?
Good shape.
And then so let's do just a couple of other little details. Let's do.
You have to give him a little bit of a bulge there, though. He had nothing going on.
A little bit of a bulge. Well, we would prefer to do that in the model, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's do.
So you could just make the hair transparent, the opacity down to 0, and he won't have hair, right? Like, he should be a bald guy.
Well,
you want to
we actually have to do a color replace to match his skin, or else it'll end up looking like whatever the model color is. And I don't know what color the I don't know what color the model is underneath. It'll probably be gray, right?
That face doesn't stretch right all over the model.
Well, the hair is on this spot, so no, these are actually mapped. That's his hairline.
Yeah, it goes. I get you.
Right. So let's go look at that real quick. You see his hairline? Like, there it is. And then you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna freehand something. Face. Actually, let's go to here. I don't want to lose my. Let's take our hair up. Hair. Okay. Take this up here. But where's the blink? J-face. Let's do a couple of things. So you notice actually how small the features are for his face in comparison to the rest of this map. Those are his ear holes, right? And those are his eyeballs. I'm going to freehand a couple of things in here, and we're going to do a. Let's match that color. Not too tiny of a brush, but.
You can close his eyes.
Give him. I wish I had a stylus right now.
I bet. Yeah.
I've got one somewhere in my.
Like a Wacom?
I've got one like rolled away here, but I've done things for so long with a mouse that you know.
I'm thinking of buying one.
The bamboo funds are actually kind of worthwhile. They work. But you know, I'm kind of digging on bald. Let's do that, and then let's go up to hair. Let's do our wand inverse trick. Okay. What's all this crap? Watch this. I'll up the tolerance to like 20. We should get everything but the hair. No? What is this shit? I don't know what the hell about that, man.
You can always just bump it out and then erase it.
Yeah, I just don't know if those are individual pixels or what. It's like a weird artifacting to like his original texture. You know what I mean?
I've used this tool before.
Which one?
This one that you're on right now.
Oh, the regular wand.
Mm-hmm.
It's the predecessor to the magic piece,
Yeah.
And so what it is it'll select everything of whatever you click on, right? And what's nice about it is you can do contiguous, which means that it has to be connected, but it's also like a shortcut to select by color, right? So here, let's do make another one of these just so I can show you. Wand, contiguous. Let's not make it contiguous. Let's grab everything within a tolerance of like 16, and it'll grab everything of that sort of color, right? And then we'll do one, grab everything on the outside too, and then inverse will give me the bald spot on top. And let's actually do just for kicks, just for shits and giggles, we're going to give him like an old school samurai bald spot, right on top.
Briar tuck.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he could have his ponytail back here, but you know.
For sure.
Let's see. So one more layer. Let's actually get that color on this layer. We'll do something like yeah, this will do. And this will give us our ponytail bit. Right? Let's get our other colors back in here.
And change the leg color.
I
mean, even if it's just a little shade lighter or darker. Because right now it looks like a jumpsuit. You know?
It does look like a jumpsuit. It's kind of rad.
You gotta separate the two.
Let's see. Yeah, let's change the color to. I am going to assume that the top of the leg is up here. Right? So let's get the marquee tool. We're going to do that. I don't know what this actually turned into, but and then let's fill this with this is going to be neat. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Let's see. Is that everything? There we go. Turn on Z face. Save for web and devices. Save. No, not Dr. Hive. Yes, test mat. Save. Save.
So will that replace it in Unity then, theoretically?
Yeah, so actually it's replacing it. It replaces it in real time.
Cool.
Right? Oh, right. So he's got bald hair. Right?
Whoops.
No, that's okay, because that shows us where the bits and pieces are, right? Which is why I originally picked that ninja model. Let's do this. Now, we are going to get the... Let's pick a model. Now you can see here that I'm looking at the models that are included in the scene. I'm going to pick one that's more bald-shaped, without hair. And let's try that one. The thing is it's going to map a little bit differently, so I'm going to have to fix some of this shit. There's our race car driver. This is totally mapped differently, right? But we can fix that in the material as well. At some point, I'm looking for the one that's the ninja, which I'm going to assume is probably this one. Maybe it's this one. Oh, I think that was the ninja there. Okay. Because he's got the mask called out, right? Go back to our original mesh because I think everything matches up nicely there first. So you can see where the bald spot went, right? And you can even see where my little ponytail piece went, etc. Right? And then now he's got shorts on. It's a little disturbing.
Yeah. They're short shorts.
Meh. Okay, let's actually. So I think the Doctor Prefab is nice, but let's do. I'm not going to change my Photoshop file, but now that I've kind of got an idea of where everything went, we're going to ditch this Doctor. I'm going to delete this. Let's drag in the Ninja now. Right. Come on, Ninja. Who's my Ninja? You're my Ninja. Oh, you know what that is? That's just texture. Let me get the prefab. Prefab. Ninja. Okay. Now we've got our Ninja. He's got eyebrows. He's going to have a different material, but let's go select that. And there's our mesh. There's our material. Reveal in Finder. This is where it actually is. Open this up in Photoshop. Okay. Now I can... Hey, how do you put these things side by side? Can I pull it out of here?
Like a sheet, right?
Yeah, well, kind of. I just want to do... Oh, I just want to do what I just did, actually, so that we can take a look at them in separate windows. That's all. That's all I wanted. Okay, so... Where are the similarities, and where are... Everything's pretty much in the same spot. Okay, this brown thing, I think, is his eyebrows. There's his belt line. That's nice to know, right? So we can adjust what's going on in this Photoshop. And in fact, I think I'm going to do it this way, where we do... I'm just going to copy the merged and drop it over. Let's ditch this. Don't save it. I would normally save this, but I don't want to save it over the Doctor PNG. And I'm too. I'm lazy right now. That's all. Straight up. Let's see. Let's go down to this one. Let's get our marquee tool. I'm going to do this piece here, and we'll come back up to this one. File. Save for weapon devices. We're going to save over the same texture file, which is the Blind Samurai test material. Boom, boom. Done. Actually, nope, don't do that. Now, let's go to our Ninja. Let's change this to our Blind Samurai test material, which is probably at the top there. Getting closer. Right? So now we've gotten rid of the hair, except that we're still having artifacts of like where that material was. I'm just going to do a full-on, instead of getting cute with this bald spot, let's go in. Yeah, see where that stuff is over his hairline? That's now showing up. Let's do contiguous. There we go. What's nice about this one is if you're precise with your clicks, you can actually get some pretty fine details. Do you know what I mean? It's not as fast, but you can sort of select by gradient, right? It might not even be necessary. Let's just do this. Because really all I want to do is not color over something else, right? I just need that spot because I'm just gonna merge them anyway. So let's get a brush. No. Get a brush. Let's get this color, and we're just gonna fill this in. Oh, look, it's like Rogaine. Or like, what's that spray on anti-baldness?
I think that's what it's called, spray on anti-baldness.
Yeah. Spray on anti-baldness. And actually, let's get tricky with this a little bit, and let's try and we'll just put his bald spot right there, and keep it roughly roundish. On our roundish bed. He's going to have a funny look here, but that's fine. File, save for web and devices. So I'm going to iterate on this probably off camera this week, and we will, I'll show you next week what this looks like, but let's just review, because I'm going to close it up here in a second. Let's just review where we're at. So now we know how to change that material to start getting what we want. And next week I'll do something a little bit more. Oh, we even got our little red belt, right? Yay, red belt. To get a little closer to what we want. But he's pretty much ready to drop into scene as far as to replace that 2D piece, right? And so what I'm going to do here is I am going to break this prefab. How do I do that? Rename this. Let's call this BS Proto, and we will drag BS Proto into our prefabs folder. There we go. And then let's ditch this one and double check that we get the same thing that we want, which is BS Proto. That's what we want. We didn't fuck up the Ninja prototype, right? I'm sorry, the Ninja prefab. Now what I'm going to do is select this. Select my Proto file, edit, assets, export package. Ninja mat, BS test mat, okay, and we'll export that as BS Proto. Model Proto, right? Let's see, where did I put that? Character tests. All right, now we're going to go to open our Blind Samurai Fishing Bolt Spot! Ninja Scroll! Yeah, don't save the scene, doesn't matter. I was working in it, we'll pull it over. Didn't do anything significant there. And then, so like getting into matching exactly where you want these colors and stuff can get very meticulous, which is why I think I'm going to skip some of it. But being able to see the instant results in Unity is huge, right? So that you're able to sort of kick it out. There's another tool, and maybe I'll show that next week, which is like it'll show you where all the actual polys are on the model on this map, so that I can sort of color within those lines too, or like pick where the edges are. But I don't know that we need that much granularity. Okay, so let's go to our prototype scene. Right. Oh, look at our poor Blind Samurai back here. Let's turn him off, and let's edit. Sorry, assets, import package, custom package. Go to there, projects, what do I call it, character tests, Blind Samurai Proto, open, that's where I saved it, import, I think it's just going to show up in the raw assets folder, or the root assets folder. Sorry. Next week we'll return to regular gameplay with, let's see, is it, let's look, ¿Dónde está BS model? Where you at, son? Oh, it's under the Lenzo folder. Oh, okay, here we go. There we go. There's a little dude. Right. Standing next to our pond.
Wow, what a difference that makes.
Right, and we're going to scale him up a little bit. More like... there we go. And let's go back to our scene. Okay, oh, that's why he looks funky. Take him back to our root there. He's going to stand next to the pond. We can play toys now. Okay. It's kind of small. Let's make him just a little bit bigger. I think 20 was correct. So he's double the size. Right. And there we go. Yeah. Although the scrolling water gives it a funny. Oh man, he looks like he's kicking me with some flesh because like when it stretches out, like the map stretches too.
Mm-hmm.
It's very strange looking. I bet you that's part of the like. That's that other piece that we never see. We only see it in animation because the polys stretch. So like that's the part of the mat. So it looks like he's kicking me with a fleshy foot. Like he has no soles on his feet. Maybe that was the bottom of his feet.
Those in.
Yeah. Oh, maybe he just has shoe uppers. And there you have it. All right. Does anybody have any questions out in the chat room with that Doom emote? That sweet, sweet Doom emote?
After he kicks a couple times and all these dead fish just come to attack.
Yeah, well, let's find the fish. They're out there somewhere. Oh, there's one. Bong, bong.
That's getting there quickly.
Yeah, I mean, relatively fast, right? I mean, what would you say? Maybe 8 to 10 hours so far?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that? You know, I mean, and I think if I was working alone, it might have been a little bit faster, like we shave a couple of hours off. But, you know, I'm actually going decently fast even on the show because, like, I'm just talking out what I'm doing. So it's not like I'm losing that much time on presentation, right?
Yeah.
So, here we go. There's one fish, two. Where's the fourth one? There's three. 1, 2, 3. Yep, there's our fish. They're down there swimming. Let's go swimming. Let's get jittery and go swimming. All right. There he is. And then next week we can do either reduce his animations so he's not doing all these crazy kicks and shit and find him an idol that he can have. Right? Mm-hmm. And then we can also start to make this gameplay a little bit more not restricted, but a little closer to where we want it to be. I don't know. We have options, right? There are plenty of things to work on. We can drop some bamboo in the background. It will be pretty close. So, well, that went swimmingly. Oh, let's go swimming. All right, that's it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks. Coffee or Cross got jittery again on a Saturday. Episode 33, dude. We're like, what is that? Almost 3/4 of the year, right? So, anyway, all right. Bye, everybody.
See you later.